Why, hello everyone! Welcome to another episode of Tea with Taylor. Just, a boy and some food today. So we're talking about fun food and recipes, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys as well today. Thank you for joining in. I have two special guests with me, and I'm really excited to bring them on. So with no more do's, as my child likes to say, I'm gonna have them come on in and introduce themselves. Come on in, guys. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Welcome.
So much for having us.
Of course. I'm really happy to have you guys. So I'm going to ask you, for the viewers, to introduce yourself, what you like to be called, your pronouns, and what you do, whatever that may be, your specialties, if you will. I think we all know Miss. I think we all know what Miss Tia does.
You go first, lovely.
Oh, how sweet. Let me find everyone on Facebook so that I can follow behind.
I'm Brian, also known as Bast.
Yeah. We love
pronouns. Any pronouns work for me. Yeah.
Any of them, whatever.
Literally.
just call me something.
He, she, they, whatever you want to
As
call
long
it.
as you're calling me.
Yeah. And I work at Starbucks, but I also do drag on the side.
Miranda Coker says, "Hey besties." Hey,
Hi,
Miranda.
Hi,
And I only know how to say Miranda's name because my daughter Niall went live doing makeup one night, and she was struggling to say Miranda's name. It was hilarious.
Miranda or Imogen?
Miranda.
Oh,
Miranda.
Is Miranda? Okay.
Yes, Miranda Cooker. And my other child, Quan Henry, says, "I know them."
We've met a few times.
Winner of Gauntlet or whatever. Actually, Bast was second runner-up in that. So, clap, kudos to you. If I recall correctly, that's best at snatching trophies. If you're looking acronyms, darling.
Apparently not.
Apparently not, right? And then who do we have here?
Hi, I'm Tia. I guess you kind of all know me, more or less. I work at PB Donuts.
We know and love.
A little bit. I also do commissions at Tia's Makes and Bakes. I have my t-shirt on. It's backwards in the picture.
Yeah.
But we got the merch.
We got the merch. Yes, the baker extraordinaire, as I said in the promo.
Yes, that is very accurate.
Yes, we love that. So we have a few things to try today, but we're gonna get into our hot topics first.
I love that.
Yes. We have a few things to share, darling. A few eats and makes and eats, if you will. Makes and eats, because I didn't want to steal your name.
Yeah, okay.
This episode, it's okay.
Oh, okay, word. It's promo.
Yeah.
I also have my aunt watching. One of my aunts is always watching. Such a big supporter. I love when my family watches. My Aunt Chanel. Hi, Auntie. Thanks for watching and for supporting. But getting into our hot topics really quickly, because, we could do this all day. It's fine. I could have a whole show just talking to you guys. Hi, JD. Thanks for watching. First and foremost, I don't know if you guys heard about this. I tried to talk about it last week, but we had all types of glitches last week.
It was a spastic.
It was, I don't know what
it was a little bit spastic, but it came together finally.
It came together pretty well.
Two parts later.
You know what? It was one of my highest viewed episodes. It's so strange. I don't know, you guys, thank you, I guess.
They're here for the technical glitches.
They're here for the glitches.
It's a solidarity.
Yeah, I love that. But the first and foremost thing that I wanted to mention, because I didn't talk about it last week, was Degrassi being renewed. Have you guys heard about this?
I heard about that.
Oh yes,
I
HBO.
never watched
HBO. Oh, you didn't?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh! So you didn't see Drake in a wheelchair?
I mean, of course I saw the pictures and clips, but
I know that it existed and that it happened, but I didn't watch it.
It was my introduction to to things being filmed in Canada, and I was like, and then it started a chain effect of me noticing different things being filmed in Canada, and you're like, oh, that's
okay.
Oh yeah.
That's because it's cheap to film there.
True.
That's why Hallmark is filmed there.
But HBO brought the rights to the show, so they're gonna drop all the episodes all the episodes from the prior up into the current one that they're doing in 2023. So yes, HBO
is feeding the kids. For
they
real.
are. No, they
and then
are.
we have Gossip Girl now.
Gossip Girl.
That's one that I haven't gotten into.
It's kind
of. You haven't heard of Degrassi yet, my God.
I have. Okay, word. That's fine. You're allowed to do that. I literally got into Degrassi because of Drake. So there's that. And then they started doing Degrassi New Generation, Degrassi this, Degrassi that, and I kind of fell off, but I started picking it up again. So I'm glad that it's gonna be on HBO Max, so I can rewatch a little bit.
to get a little backstory.
Yeah. Miranda says, Degrassi had a chokehold on me growing up. Can't wait for a Canadian euphoria! That. Very that.
Mm-hmm.
Canadian euphoria? That's gonna be a moment.
Yeah.
But the next thing that stood out to me this week actually was one of my favorite, like, celebs, if you will. Pharrell Williams.
Oh, yes, we love.
So we love Pharrell. I did Pharrell for so many performances, it's ridiculous. we love a Pharrell moment. But he is actually partnering with a Vegas, what is he, promoter and club owner.
Okay.
And they are creating a new resort in the Bahamas.
Oh.
Y'all.
Pharrell's Resort.
No, so it's going to be called Atlantis Paradise.
Okay.
And it's going to be featuring these giant coral pink towers.
Love.
Yes. I was like, this is so queer and I'm here for
Yes.
it. He might not say it, but I'm here for it. I'm like, yes, Pharrell, give me the queer fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just picturing, like, I don't know, flamenco pink bathing suit, like me just matching the background and flooding your timelines with all those pictures. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the Bahamas yet. Just saying. Whatever. I'm putting it out there. Just saying. Haven't been to the Bahamas yet. So we have to put it out into the atmosphere, or else how else is gonna happen? You know. But another thing, unfortunately, I have to share a few sad things.
Okay.
I know. It'd be like that sometimes, y'all.
Yeah.
But Pharrell looks like he just would just flip my wig, Dion Sage said. So I'm not sure how to take that, but okay,
Oh,
sure.
Dion, no.
Sure, Dion. You know what? Flip your wig, girl. Flip your wig.
Sure.
Flip my wig Pharrell.
Copywritten, Todrick Hall, sorry. But before I share the sad news, I wanted to share a little win, so to speak, in my world. Carl Nassib, have you heard of Carl Nassib?
Mm-mm.
He's one of the few openly queer people in the NFL. Yeah, he recently came out. I actually talked about how the difference between him coming out and a black person or a person of color coming out in the NFL. That was a big conversation. We're not going to get into that right now. But he is actually becoming the first openly queer person to play in the NFL playoffs.
That's amazing.
Right? So, yeah, clap,
that.
Carl. You know, like, a win's a win.
I won't be watching, but I'll be supporting from afar.
No, you know what? Honestly, I played football.
Zach Provost.
Yeah, Zach is a fan. No, I played football in high school, for my last 2 years of high school, and I was really into it. It was one of my favorite things. I did football, soccer, and track. So
I did track and cross country
yeah,
in high school.
I was into it.
It sucks,
but football is one of my favorite sports, and so I would follow certain teams, and now it's more like following people for me actually.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I like that player. Where are they now? Let me just see what they're doing, and watch the highlights. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not watching a full game. I'm not sitting there watching a full. No, thank you. No, thank you. Whatever.
Yeah,
no, thank you. The highlight of watching football is the food.
Yes.
So I'm all set. But again, like I said, I had some sad news to share with you guys. Another celeb, so to speak. Well, actually, a celeb. Arnold Schwarzenegger just got into a multi-car crash in LA. He is fine, but he was in critical condition for a little while. So I wanted to share that with everyone in case
He's
see.
definitely a celeb.
Yeah, no, he's definitely. That's why I was like, oh wait, actually, yeah, no, he
I was in the
is.
movie too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's why I was like, if anyone sees that, yikes, we've lost a lot of celebs.
Yeah.
So,
Some big names.
yikes. We lost Terry McGuire recently. I know that hit home for you.
Yes. He's my favorite fashion designer.
Such an inspiration. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Another one. And we lost Andre Leontali last week.
I know.
I'm like, what is happening? Leave us alone.
Yeah.
But it just,
2022 is coming for us.
it's a reminder of our mortality, I suppose.
Right.
But yeah, these people were legendary icons, like
Betty White.
I don't want to talk about it. It makes me sad just saying it. I was like, no. I heard there was some sort of spin-off of Golden Girls happening.
Work is HBO picking it
No,
up?
no, it's not HBO. Hulu actually is picking it up.
No.
But I
Okay.
heard there was some spin-off that she recorded previously with her, everyone except B. Arthur.
Oh.
Okay.
And
Because
so,
she died,
yeah.
I didn't know
because
if they were bringing in.
I don't know what
new
it's
people
called.
in,
If
or-
you guys know, let me know in the comments. But I think it'll be cute. I don't know. I'm here to watch anything with Betty White, especially now.
Yes,
So I think
definitely.
perfect timing. Whoever decided let's
Mhm.
release this now.
Yeah.
I mean, they are pretty. I don't know, nefarious what they're planning in the Hollywood industry and all that. But it's fine. Whatever. Anywho's. Another thing that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention, unfortunately, was Miss Regina King, the actress.
Yep.
Her son passed away, unfortunately, from suicide.
Oh,
yeah.
I heard about this.
He was 26 years old. So that just goes to speak a lot about mental health, something that I like to talk about a lot on Tea with Taylor.
Yep.
And making sure you're like checking in on your strong friends. That's it. That's the one too, because I'm sure with his celebrity status, being his mom being such a big name, that people just assume like, oh, he's fine, like whatever, and then things like this happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we have to make sure we're being diligent and like paying attention to people who, regardless of their status. So that's what I got from that.
Absolutely.
And I was like, oh, Miss Regina, that's her only child. That's her only child. That was so sad.
I saw a video of her. She brought him to like an award show, and on the red carpet was talking about how proud she is of him and all this stuff. Cause
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah. So even if you have like supportive family, if you like appear happy, like check in on your friends, guys.
Check in on your friends. Miranda said it too. He was her only child. My heart is with Regina King. Yeah. Shout out to that family. Sending out love, condolences, and all that, because I'm sure they need it just like we need it.
Yeah.
Again, regardless of status.
Yes.
Okay. So, now that we got that out of the way, another really good thing that I saw this week, and I know for a fact, I'm really excited to share this one. I know for a fact that you guys didn't hear about this.
Oh, insider scoop, intel?
Yes, you're hearing it first. Hold on, you're hearing it here. No, so there is this first Black-owned and contactless grocery store that has just sprung up in ATL. Would you look at that innovation? Yes, I was so happy to see this and to read about it and get a little insight on that. So it's called Nourish and Bloom Market.
Okay.
And it just it gives me like all the like bourgeois vibes. Yes, that right. I'm like, okay, Nourish and Bloom Market is the love child of Mr. Jamie and Jalea Hemmings, born and raised in ATL, and it has over 1,000 locally sourced healthy food products.
We love healthy food.
Over 1,000 food products that are like locally sourced and healthy. So whatever healthy.
You said it was contactless?
And it's contactless. So all of the aisles are being monitored by the little robot things that we see now in the grocery stores. They have people to clean, obviously, and sanitize.
Gotcha.
But the registers are all self takeout or whatever that's called. That thing.
Self takeout.
That situation. So I was like, oh wow, okay.
That's
Not
awesome.
only is it Black owned, but it's also like a fresh take on a grocery store.
Right.
And it's an ATL.
Amazon. Because Amazon's doing like that same thing, right? They have like contactless.
Yeah, I was like, okay. So shout out to Jamie and Jalea Hemmings for that. Like, congrats for that. That's a really big deal, and I hope that like they end up sprouting up chains and things.
Yeah,
something
absolutely.
or someone just follows suit.
Right.
At least.
Right.
Other than Whole Foods. Whole Foods is the only market I can think of that's in the game that is enticed because of their healthy, like local source products.
Is that and Trader Joe's?
Oh
Correct.
yes,
Correct.
We cannot forget Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's. As a single man, Trader Joe's caters to us very well.
I thought you were dating someone.
Shh, we don't talk about that on tea. We don't talk about
news.
We don't talk about breaking news. We don't talk about Taylor's tea on tea. We talk about every other tea.
I didn't know there were rules here.
Tia just dropped some hot sauce on that ass. So something with hot sauce on my titties. But no, I'm really
Who's the lucky
excited.
man?
I don't know what you're talking about. I plead the fifth.
Okay.
No, but so I'm really excited about this Nourish and Bloom Market. If you guys haven't heard about it, I saw it on Afrotech, which is a Black-owned journalist page. So if you guys want to see more, look at Afrotech for that. I thought it was really cool. My cousin Nina is watching. Hi.
My cousin
Nina. She shouts me out every time she comes on. I love it. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. So I have 3 more hot topics for us, and then we're gonna get into our first game.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Do-do-do.
I hope. Oh yeah. No, we're not doing that today.
Why?
No, we're not doing the
Okay.
do-do-dos today. We're not doing that. I did How Do You Do with I think with Dion last. I think it was.
Yeah, okay.
It was hilariously awful.
Okay.
No. I did it on my season finale last season with Chloe Savage.
That's the one I saw that you played.
Yeah.
And they didn't know any
They
of
didn't
the
know
songs.
any of this. It was.
It might have been your doing though.
You know what? My do is fine.
You mean like singing the melody of something?
Yeah. So
Do a song, like-
it's How Do You Do is the name of the game, and it's you have to sing a song, but only with do's.
Definitely
We're
challenging.
not playing that today. We're not going there.
You're not gonna do
But
that.
we are going to play One Has to Go,
Okay.
and then I have some fun food trivia.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes, we love trivia. I thought of it because I saw you at trivia night one night at Mirror Bar, and I was like,
I'm there
I know at least
every
Tia's gonna
Wednesday.
love some trivia. Moving forward with the hot topics just a little bit, so we can move into our topic and try some of these foods. Jojo Siwa, we know Jojo Siwa, right?
Of course, gay icon.
Yes.
I mean, if we didn't know Jojo Siwa, Vena would not be doing it.
Vena, oh my god, Vena, darling,
Watching.
literally, that's her whole
We're here.
aesthetic.
Robbed from Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that actually, but I heard.
Tiana Taylor's husband won.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah. So
He
like,
better
I'm
know how
okay
to
with that,
move.
but like,
That's why
yeah.
Tiana's with him.
I know.
Okay.
They were a hot
Because
couple.
Tiana Taylor knows how to move.
Oh.
Okay, listen, that woman. Oh my gosh. Anyways, Jojo
The end of the
Siwa.
Fade video.
Okay. Jojo Siwa is actually. She was sounding off this week. It was a year since she came out on Wednesday, I believe it
love
was.
that.
And she's saying, she is so happy that she finally came out. And excuse me if I'm using the wrong pronouns. Oh my gosh, I don't know that information actually. If you guys know Jojo Siwa's pronouns, let me know. I don't want to be ignorant. But I think it's she her. But she was saying how she was just very happy to have finally come out, and she's received so much love from the queer community and from the LGBTQI.
Of course.
And
I'm here for you, JoJo.
Right, I was here for that. I was like, okay, work. I'm so happy to hear this
Yes.
such a good story because
Yes.
a lot of times you hear when people come out, like they get a lot of backlash, especially celebrities.
Mhm.
Like, and she is someone who caters to the younger generation too.
Yeah,
So
I
a
know
lot-
she got a lot of messages from like
Oh,
parents
yes.
and stuff.
Oh yes,
so-
we know how
Yeah.
that goes, and like, so it's really nice to hear that she's receiving so much support and like just living her best life
Absolutely.
and being happy. We love that. We love
Yeah.
happiness. We love the queerness of it all. But yeah, did you guys hear about that? I was like, oh, okay, sound off, JoJo.
Yes, I love it.
I saw that actually on Gay Times. I follow Gay Times hardcore because
Okay.
that's where they like to announce a lot of wins in the queer
They
community.
really do.
Like I was
I
like,
follow
okay.
them on Instagram. I see.
Oh
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
oh yes. I follow the hell out of that. No, I'm just kidding. So there
Refreshing the
was
feed.
another change that to our childhood because I think we're all around the same age. We were just talking about
Yep.
that.
Relatively.
Another change to our childhood recently that I was talking about with my friend Dion Sage as well. Miss Minnie Mouse got a makeover. Did we hear about this?
I did not.
Oh,
Actually,
I need to know.
you did.
it's not permanent though. Do you know the whole?
No.
story?
I don't know the whole story, actually.
Oh,
I was going to
okay.
ask if you guys knew the whole
I
story.
did not
I
hear
do
that.
know that Miss Minnie Mouse is getting a makeover. I know that she's one of your favorites.
She's not. I'm not.
People are
I'm
mad,
not a
mad.
Disney person.
No, I'm a Disney queen.
conservatives
all the way,
are mad
all the way.
about
The
it.
conservatives are mad. But no, I am a Disney queen all the way. All the way.
I love the Disney
So
musicals.
yeah, she's getting a makeover, and then she's ditching her iconic look with the red polka dots, and it's gonna be a navy blue polka dot Stella McCartney pantsuit.
Better work, Minnie Mouse.
And it's dark blue polka dots, you better work, and with the matching bow, and it's a
Oh.
pantsuit, and people are like up in an uproar a little bit about this.
We got other things to worry
I
about.
mean-
I know. First it was the M&Ms,
Yeah.
and now it's this.
Because Minnie Mouse is always showing her butt. So.
Oh my gosh!
It's not permanent though.
Hi
It's just for the month of
Savannah,
March.
thanks for watching.
But, like,
It has to do with something like it has to do something with women's rights. It's like for a really
Yeah.
good cause.
Okay,
just
yeah.
For a month.
Yeah. I think it's a temporary thing. But what I saw, Kwan said she's playing in Mickey's closet. Love that. Oh, Kwan. No, but she is receiving this makeover. But a lot of people actually were pointing out in defense that Minnie Mouse has worn pants multiple times.
Yeah, I read comments
Multiple
about that
times.
too,
I was like, oh, yeah,
It's
you
not
actually.
that a huge
It's
revelation.
not a,
Yeah.
just like the M&Ms.
Yes.
Why did we feel the need to like boast about this change and look
Right.
that like what?
Let people live.
What?
Let the M&Ms live. Let
There
Minnie Mouse
was
live
something
her
else.
life.
There was another animated something or other that people were super upset about recently. What was that?
don't
I was trying to think of it
God.
earlier when you were talking
Oh
about
God,
this.
right? It was something else that was so stupid. I was like, really? Was it not the Sesame Street thing? Because that was ridiculous. The Big Bird thing with Ted
Yeah.
Cruz. That was
Oh,
absolutely ridiculous. I was like, you're beefing with a bird? Come on, Peter Griffin. Come on, Peter Griffin. But anywho's, lastly, I don't know if you guys saw this, but this one upset me to the T. I was over it. This person walks into a smoothie bar in Connecticut. No, excuse me. Sorry. Let me set that up correctly.
I know about this one, too.
Yeah. This person walks into drives through a smoothie bar in Connecticut and proceeds to drive out of the drive-thru with their order and come inside and start yelling at the workers there.
What?
This person, however, not that it matters your status, this person is a financial advisor at Merrill Lynch. And this person's name is James Lanazzo. We're going to put him on blast.
Yeah.
Put him on blast. Call him
Yeah.
out. This person was arrested and fired from Merrill Lynch as an advisor for racist slurs. And it was, again, we talked about how Ted Cruz's daughter came out as bisexual last week on TikTok. This was exposed on TikTok.
Yeah, that's where I saw.
This was exposed on TikTok. I was like, go off TikTok for exposing these folks. I mean, any kind of...
He went in and threw a cup at somebody. He was yelling at him.
Okay, so he literally walked in, and he was apparently upset because he asked for something to not be in it that he thought was in it.
Oof. I work at Starbucks.
That's fine.
I'm so triggered.
I know, you're a manager there, right?
Yeah.
Yes, oh my god. That was one of the reasons I wanted to have you on today. I was like,
Oh,
he'll appreciate it. Did you see that picture of you?
Yeah, I did. The whipped
Oh,
cream.
yeah,
I was
like, I
dive.
dabbed a little bit. But no, he was upset about something being in it that shouldn't have been in it, apparently, that he thought was in it, the smoothie for his child. Ken, thanks for watching. I see you. Thanks for the love. But yeah, he came in and he said, who made this? And they said, sir, there's 4 of us here. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a long line. Sorry for, the inconvenience, whatever. And he continues to yell racist slurs at these coworkers.
Young kids.
Grown man.
Over a smoothie.
And then at that, not alone did he just leave it there, not just screaming and yelling, but he tried to enter the back room.
Oh yeah.
Tried to open the door. Mm-hmm. They were holding the door so he couldn't get in. Then when he couldn't get in, goes back to the front and throws the smoothie on them. From the other side of the counter, launches it and almost hit the girl in her head.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, the amount of restraint that you had.
I would have thought back.
I would have murdered him.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Over a smoothie.
But getting fired is...
No, getting fired is like the bare minimum.
And he got arrested, right?
I'm glad he got arrested.
Yeah.
Absolutely, he got arrested. Tia, have you ever?
What?
Have you ever? Could you ever? Could you have? What? I was like, no.
My BS tolerance is like way up here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're patient.
Same, but I would never get mad over a smoothie.
I would not.
I'm one of those people that my drink's made wrong and I just drive away.
That's a problem that we have in the U.S. a lot. Like, and just with our society is the microwave mentality. Like, I want it quick, I want it right, and I want it perfect. And if it's not, I'm entitled to be an asshole. And that's not the case. You are not entitled to any of it.
It takes energy to be mean. It takes none to be nice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Tia. You're always injecting a little bit of rainbow and niceness.
I mean, apparently, according to Complete, I'm now the fairy godmother of Providence.
Yes! We love that, fairy godmother! No, I absolutely love it. It's official.
Yeah,
you heard
Complete
it here.
said it. It's official.
You heard it here. Yep. Complete has deemed Tia as the fairy godmother.
The best friend of Providence.
Yes,
godmother.
We love that. We work. With that ends our hot topics section. I know. But we do have some shots, y'all. We got some green tea shots. Hey. But first, let's say cheers to season 5.
Cheers, season 5.
Green tea. The girls were calling for the shots. Oh, it's so good. It's actually really good. I'm surprised. Really good. I was very surprised. It does actually, and it's not. That's the funny thing. But we're talking about food and fun recipes today, y'all. So stick in there with us. Thank you for watching and for keeping up. But first, we have One Has to Go.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. One has to go, y'all. Okay. So, let me check the time. Okay. Yeah. Oh, no. I'm sad about that. All right. Good night. No, I'm just kidding. One has to go, and I'm going to start with this one because I thought this one was pretty interesting. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, or Game of Thrones? One has to go. Let's start with you, Tia. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, or Game of Thrones?
The only one I've actually seen is Lord of the Rings. I have not seen Star Wars or Game of Thrones.
So you're like,
so I would have to say Game of Thrones because it's like the newest one
Okay.
of that group of things.
Gosh, clutch the pearls.
Yeah. Controversy. Controversial statements here on Tia Taylor.
Right?
Okay.
Because like Star Wars is like so iconic. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's fair.
Gabriel, thanks for watching. Gabe said Lord of the Rings. Okay.
That's.
I'm
You're not playing, Gabe.
Yeah, I was like, okay, my childhood.
If Kay was here, they would be.
Yeah,
right.
I actually have the Lord of the Rings ring, like a replica of it, and
Oh, you do?
it scares me to wear it, so I don't wear it. Yeah, but it's cute. So how about you, Brian?
You turn invisible?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't ever want to be invisible ever.
I feel like out of the three, Game of Thrones is the one that shouldn't go.
I thought that you would say that because of your performance in
Oh,
yeah. Very Game of Thrones, Johnny.
Yes.
But so which
Love
one
Game of
does
Thrones.
go? Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, or Star Wars?
Yeah, I feel like what you said, Star Wars is like too iconic to let go, so it has to be Lord of the Rings. I do enjoy Lord of the Rings as well, though.
Okay. All right. You know what?
The books can be very lengthy, but the movies are palatable.
Ken Medlin said Lord of the Rings too. How dare you?
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, fine. I understand. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say actually Game of Thrones as well. Because Lord of the Rings was one of the big ones. Star Wars, I'm not that into, but it created a lot of. It was one of the first shows that created an interest in science for me.
Okay.
So
I see that.
and like robotics and stuff like
fake.
that, and I'm it's super fake. Thank you. No, but it was one of those shows that just made me interested in like science and like robotics and stuff like that. One of the things that people don't talk about very often, and so like I kind of nerded out a little bit. I watched it here and there. I bopped around. Oh, Onyx Queen says the controversy. Yes, Onyx.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
But that's why I had to get rid of Game of Thrones because I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
That's right.
I saw the last episode of the last season.
Oh, you saw the worst.
That's it. And everyone was pissed about it.
Yeah.
I was like, well, y'all watched it, not me. So good for you. No, okay. This one is food related, so I think this might be a little bit easier. One has to go. Soul food, seafood, and dessert.
Well, I cannot get rid of dessert.
Seconded.
Dessert is my favorite, so not dessert.
Soul food,
What's the other one? Seafood or soul food?
dessert.
And I don't love seafood either.
I'm not a huge seafood.
I'm gonna get rid of seafood.
I'm gonna.
Oh.
I'm not a huge seafood person.
Just live in Rhode Island.
The controversy continues.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite things.
Really?
Yes, I literally love
What's
seafood.
your favorite seafood?
All of it. Lobster actually is one of my favorites, but like all of it. Give me all of it. Like I
like
really...
oysters. I can do oysters.
Quan, my heart and soul. Quan said seafood too. Oh!
I like lobster and mac and cheese.
Stick a fork in me, I'm done.
Yeah.
No, but like, okay, I get the explanation because you clearly don't like it, but no, it's one of my favorite things. When I go out to eat, that's one of the things that I always get because it's something I don't make at home.
Okay.
Because I just don't want to deal with the smell.
That's valid. That is absolutely
There's that.
valid.
There's that. Ken said seafood, nothing like a little soul food and dessert after.
I mean,
True,
honestly.
yes.
True story, I am a big banana pudding fan, so after I get some good old soul food, good old little banana pudding and some crackers and whatnot,
It's over.
Like with vanilla wafers?
oh, with vanilla wafers,
Yes.
absolutely. You can't have it without vanilla wafers.
Why don't we do that right here and right now?
You know what? That was the one thing that we don't have right here today. We got a whole layout, but we don't have banana pudding. Okay, two more. One has to go. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Are you guys gamers?
Not at
No?
all.
I can know. Yeah.
Okay.
You're
this one.
speaking gibberish at this point.
Okay, it has to go and all of the characters from it because sometimes we know the characters, but we don't know the show
Don't know anything about
or the game. So there's Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Super Smash Brothers. One has
Of
to
those
go.
three, I play Super Smash the most, so that's gotta stay.
Super Smash hits.
Yeah, I gotta say Mortal Kombat too. I wasn't like a huge Street Fighter.
What?
I played more Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So which
Just
one? So which one's going? Which one's leaving? Which one's out of here?
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter?
Yeah.
So you're getting rid of Chun-Li? Are you kidding?
No.
Tia's like, I don't know.
Don't ask
I don't
me.
know.
Sorry, Chun-Li.
I don't know.
Sorry, Nicki.
Yeah, sorry, Nikki. Like, I can't. Deion Sage says, good banana pudding will get you saved. Hallelujah. Can I? Quan said, buy the Street Fighter. Quan, are you kidding me? How? What? really, there's so many iconic characters in Street Fighter.
Which one would you?
I would get rid of Smash Brothers because I felt like I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I played the hell out of Smash Brothers, but it was a mashup.
That's the wrong
It was
answer.
a mashup of a bunch of different characters from different shows
That's
or different
fair.
things. So I can get rid of that game and still have the opportunity to have those characters in other games.
Okay.
So Mortal Kombat was iconic. And Street Fighter was simply legendary, so I'm not getting rid of either of those.
Alright.
So there's that. Yeah. Onyx Queen said, no, Chun-Li. I need my Sindel, absolutely. I need my Sindel in Mortal Kombat. You know the queers always pick the female characters.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was
And
great.
I didn't get rid of Mario, so I still have Peach. We
Mario
love Peach,
Kart, I
love
would
it.
always be Peach or Toad. Toad's pretty much
Oh my
queer.
god. And moving into the animation of it all, the last one is you have to get rid of one. Hercules, Mulan, or Toy Story. Yeah, the silence says it all. Gooped. Okay, Hercules, Toy Story, Mulan.
Okay. Kira is going to hate me for this, but I have to say Toy Story, just because I never really got into it.
I thought
I'm
you had
so
a friend
sorry.
in me. I thought you
I'm
had a friend in me.
so sorry.
Oh.
I appreciate Toy Story, but
Okay.
like Mulan and Hercules, especially with the music.
Oh yes, and
Forget
you have to take
about
into
it.
account the music. Absolutely, that was the part about it that stood out the most. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate Toy Story.
All right.
The music sells it for me for the other two.
Okay.
Is this
all
the
right.
most controversial episode of TV?
This is the most controversial episode of season 5.
Never thought us two would bring
And
this
here
up.
I thought last week talking about polyamory would be the saucy
Yeah.
one. Okay, so Hercules, Toy Story, and Mulan. Brian.
Toy Story is the one that I can't get rid of.
Okay.
Ken
And
Mulan
Mulan,
said Toy
because of-
Story. Ken, I thought we were cool. Wow.
The queer undertones of Mulan, I can't get rid of that one either.
Absolutely
so I'm gonna have to
not.
do Hercules. Even though I loved like the women on the pottery.
I will say no. True.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones in
I
Hercules.
know.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Fates or
And why do you
whatever.
get why Hercules? Why Hercules?
Just because I like the other two better.
Okay. All right. Work. That's
Okay.
simple. We love that. I had to say Mulan. Unfortunately,
Okay.
Mulan was one that stuck with me, but I the other two more so. Toy Story, the music, and Hercules was like that's like my goal, body goals. Like
Yeah.
what? Like that was.
Oh my god.
Iconic.
I had a crush on
Like,
Hercules.
Hercules was like one of those
Yeah.
ones that really stuck with me because there was a male lead,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like there's not a lot of male leads,
Okay,
especially
yeah.
in
Especially
animated series.
positive ones. Too.
Especially positive ones. So I can't get rid of Hercules. Like so, there was that, and Mulan actually was good, but I don't know. I don't know. I was like, okay, I'm good with her. But with that being said, let's move into our talk. Let's move into our little chat.
Okay.
So feel free. Let's get into what you made first and foremost. But what Tia brought for us today, a little snacky snack. But first, I wanted to pose this question to the viewers. And to you, and that you keep in mind the entire episode, because this is something that I want all of you to answer in the comments later on when you're watching on YouTube, because I will be posting to YouTube at 7:30. But what does food mean to you? Is the question that I want to pose to you as a viewer, and the question I want to pose to you guys as my guest. So, I guess we'll start with you, Brian. What does food mean to you? In a generalized sense.
Yeah, like in a general sense, it can be like community, you know what I mean? Food represents like bringing people together around the dinner table, family, chosen family.
Oh yes, House of Neptune.
friends. Every Sunday night.
Every
I
Sunday
heard.
night. Oh yes. Keep that
Yeah,
under the
community.
wraps.
Don't be showing up here.
Right,
I'm not gonna let you
no.
in.
We got an open door policy, but it ain't that open.
Yeah.
But okay, that's absolutely something that we are going to get into in the culture of it all.
Work.
So that is actually a really big one. I'm glad you hit that. And how about for you, Tia? What does food mean to you?
I mean, I'm kind of gonna second what Brian said, but also like I grew up watching the Food Network like religiously.
Oh yes, we love the food.
Like
Network.
literally, I did not watch cartoons.
Oh.
I watched Food Network, and I would make my mom or my grandmother literally sit down with me and write down the freaking.
Love that.
Your career path makes so much more
Yes.
sense now. I dove into like the
So
little baby
right.
Tia world. Okay,
That's kind of like where I'm at.
absolutely.
Do you
Okay,
have
it
a
was something.
favorite Food Network show?
My favorite show is Sweet Dreams.
Oh, Sweet Dreams. Sweet
Sounds
Dreams.
With
Ah.
Gail Gand, and she did like cake and like
Shout
butter.
out to Gail.
I was gonna say, I usually prefer to watch the people who cook things like not bakers.
I also loved Emerald though.
What?
Oh, we do. I don't know. I just when
And
I watch
Bobby Flay.
when I watch
Great
baking
British
shows,
Bake Off?
when I watch
British
baking
Bake Off,
shows,
yeah, what did I say?
I'm a terrible baker. First of all, I cook. I'm good at cooking. Baking, I'm like, eh. But when I watch baking shows, it makes me make bad decisions. The last time I watched a baking show, I baked a 3-layer cake and ate half of it.
That sounds like a
Fine.
great decision.
No, terrible decision. Do not do. We're gonna talk about that too. Don't you worry. But don't do that. Do not do that. One time I said Taylor, "Do you need a 3-layer cake?" But no. So I want to get into what you brought today before we move further. Tia, why don't you explain to the viewers what you brought? And Tia was gracious enough to send her recipe to me, y'all. So I'm gonna share that recipe as soon as we end this broadcast.
Yeah.
So don't you worry. So what did you bring for us today, Tia?
I made crème anglaise, which is what you make to make ice cream.
Okay.
So it can be served either warm or cold. As like a sauce, you can flavor it however you want.
Okay.
Okay.
And what is it consisting of? Is it
I made a regular version which has milk in it.
okay?
It's basically milk, sugar, and eggs, and a little bit of cream too.
Okay.
And then it's like you cook it on the stove until it gets thick. It's really delicious.
Okay, and we got some cookies and crackers and cakes and pies
Yeah.
and all that. So I'm gonna let you, hand that out. Let's go. Let's get it.
You want.
Let's get into it.
I had suggested that you drink it as opposed to dipping it. But you can do whatever you
Okay, and just so you guys can see, this is what it looks like. This is a
Yeah.
creamy texture. I don't want to spill it, but
No.
it's giving me very eggnog vibe.
It kind of is.
Okay.
It
Okay,
kind of
word.
is.
And what was it called again?
It's called crème anglaise.
Crème anglaise. Okay, awesome.
Do you have a suggestion for which one would dip best?
Probably that one.
Yes, I was like, I'm gonna get
The most mild
the
flavored one.
the sweet little cracker situation going on here.
Yeah.
And then do a little dippy dip, get all up
It's
in
kinda
there.
like a custard sauce.
It's like a little
basically.
custard
I'm
sauce,
excited.
y'all. It's delicious. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But it is better if you like sip it.
Mm.
honestly.
Oh, word.
That was very
Okay.
good.
Okay. The aftertaste, I'm getting that sweet, creamy kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. I would love some cinnamon on top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little cinnamon to break it up.
Yeah.
All of you who know me know I don't do like sugar very often and sweet things. But if I do, I go overboard.
Why, you
chips,
trying to watch your weight or something?
chips are my weakness.
Okay.
No, you know what? I only work out so that I can eat more. That's it. That's literally it.
Mhm.
That's the only reason I work out, so I can eat more. But that was really good. That was
really
delicious.
good.
Thank you for bringing that. And if you guys tune in a little bit later, I'm going to make sure to post that. Brian's going in for seconds. That's how you know it was good. To post that recipe, and you guys can try to do that
How
at
can you be wrong
home.
about that?
Oh, hi, Cat Savage. Cat Savage says hello,
Hi,
everyone.
baby.
Hi. So we're going to get into the food aspect of it all. I'm just going to talk about it for a little while. Oh. Dion, stop giving away my secrets. Dion says Oreos are his weakness. He ate an entire sleeve the other day. Shut your mouth.
We were really talking about
Entire
this last night.
sleeve. No, okay.
You know what? I
I've been
didn't
there.
eat
We
an
all been
entire
there.
sleeve. I ate a half a sleeve. Thank you very much. But I found some really cool, fun facts for us to share, and I wonder if you might know them. Because you're a baker extraordinaire. So I
I
wonder.
have a food trivia game at my house.
Oh,
Oh my God, you should have brought it.
You
yeah.
should have brought it. I know. We could have played that. No, but the first thing I want to talk about, are there any what are your go-to foods? What's your favorite food? Something that
Favorite.
maybe even like a holiday meal that's a consistent staple in your lives.
Okay, I need a little context. So favorite food for comfort food.
Yeah, there's
Or,
so
like-
many directions. I
No,
can
Favorite
go.
food.
favorite
for,
food as in
your-
your go-to. What's your favorite thing to either cook or eat?
Okay. My favorite thing to.
And you guys feel free to share in the comments.
I can basically live off of rice and beans for eternity.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh
Um,
yes.
Because that's what I grew up on. That's
Okay.
what my mom would always make, and it would be warm, filling, easy.
Mm. I literally same. I can.
That's my favorite food thing. But in terms of sweet thing, my favorite thing is coconut cake with cream cheese frosting.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so I'm not a huge coconut fan, but I
Me
do
neither.
love coconut in a good cake.
Okay.
When it's like when I can't feel the texture.
I like
Okay, so you're a
Samoas.
texture person.
Yes, yes. Oh, hardcore. Oh my god, yes.
Okay, so you like
I
the flavor of coconut, just not the texture of it.
eh,
Eh?
Because like if I just have straight up coconut, I'm not into it. Like I don't like the taste either. So
Oh, then-
when it's blended into
It needs to
something,
be with
it needs to be
something,
blended into
yeah,
something. Remember when you made my carrot cake and I was like, please no coconut.
Okay.
My cousin is sounding off in the comments saying the Girl Scout cookie peanut butter sandwich and salt and vinegar chips are my weakness. Yeah.
Ooh, I feel that.
Yeah, I can eat a whole family size bag of tortilla chips all by myself with no problem.
Oh yeah, corn chips.
Oh, I love a good tortilla corn chip. Like, I'm so here for
Like
it.
the thick and salty ones.
Oh
not-
yes,
not
we
like-
love it
Yeah.
thick and salty. You know, that's my new drag name. Thick and salty.
Thick and salty.
Thick and salty.
New Jersey and New York is really coming out right now.
Oh, we love. I'm from New York, born and raised. So give it, please give us New York, New Jersey all day. How about you? What's your go-to food? What's something you love to eat?
I'll do the same thing that you did. So chicken wings is like my favorite food, hands down.
Okay.
But if I'm going for something sweet, cookies are my weakness.
So cookies with milk or like
Ice cream.
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to live
Unfortunately,
dangerously close to insomnia cookies and
Unfortunately, cookies are a real problem for me
Yeah.
too. Because I
Oreos.
literally, like, you can ask my now roommate and best friend DNC. I bought a bag of sugar and it lasted me for about a year because I don't use sugar. I don't put extra sugar in anything. I'm not big on sugar. Literally. But like,
I literally-
but like, I once I have something like that in my sight and already made,
Mhm.
oh yes, I'm gonna
Okay.
devour
I
it.
literally just went to the grocery store to buy sugar.
I saw you had your grandma card. It was so cute.
I bought
I told Dion to get a
gallons
grandma
of
card.
sugar.
Whoa.
I told Dion to get a grandma
That's not
card.
even gonna last me through Valentine's Day. Like, I
Oh,
kid you not.
oh no. Oh, I mean, that is something you use in abundance, for
Right.
sure.
Yeah,
Um,
to make frosting, forget about it.
That's actually a really good segue into what I wanted to talk about next too. No, Dion says no sugar in his coffee. Yeah, that's where I started with the no sugar for like 6 years. I was just
When
no
I was
sugar.
like working out a lot, I like was like you. I didn't
Yeah.
put sugar in anything.
Yeah, it started with coffee because I couldn't have cream because I'm lactose intolerant.
Okay.
So I stopped putting cream in my coffee because that's something I have a lot of in the morning. And then I stopped adding sugar to stuff, and so my coffee was the first thing to like suffer. And I hated black coffee at first when I first started drinking black coffee. Now, nothing other.
Right, I'm the
Nothing
same
other.
way.
Nothing-
Back in
I-
high school, I
I-
used to
yeah.
do like the Dunkin's like extra,
Ugh.
where you'd see like the
Ugh.
sugar at the bottom, like this much
Gross.
sugar at the bottom, and now I just drink black coffee.
Oh
so.
no!
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. The devil. I used to hate that when people were like, "Can I get extra?"
Show up to high school with an extra large coffee, extra.
Just get a
It was like
fat-
milk and sugar. So
I'm
Just
not
as my
a
kid says, just get a
coffee
fat black coffee and call it a day.
I'm
That's it.
I'm a hot coffee person.
okay.
So I like my coffee with a little bit of milk and a little bit of sugar. Not
Mhm.
like sweet,
Mm.
sweet, but like
And I know I live in New England, but like where I differ from a lot of folks out here is I will drink hot coffee year round. 90
Hot
degrees.
coffee year round?
90
Oh, I do
degrees.
ice
Give me
year
my
round.
hot coffee, girl.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
Yeah,
Scolding if you
I
can.
don't really drink coffee in the summer. I only drink it in the winter.
Oh no, I need my coffee. I'm a whole different creature without my coffee.
No, people who don't drink coffee every morning, how do you do it? How do you
Speaking
do it?
of coffee, actually, again, another great segue, something that I found
Go for
out
it.
in my research, darling, was that oranges and apples are a better source of energy than coffee. Like
Yeah.
100%
that,
better source
yeah.
of energy.
Definitely, I
Of
believe
natural energy, I
Right.
suppose, I should clarify. But
But
that,
who wants that? No.
no, right? A suggestion from a dietitian was...
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it right.
Yeah. A suggestion from a dietitian
Or a
was to...
nutritionist, more
Or a
specifically.
nutritionist, yes, was to have a fresh orange in the morning before your breakfast for natural energy. And I
I'm
was
kind
like,
of a fruit in the
Okay.
morning person. Too.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I don't really do breakfast.
I'm here for a good banana because I like
I
to
do
tell
banana,
people it's
mhm.
good for like hydration after a workout, especially
you
in
have to be
potassium.
careful, though,
Potassium.
with the amount of potassium because it can cause blood toxicity.
Oh, absolutely, but like a banana a day, a banana.
Yeah,
a day.
that's kind of a lot.
Dark roast coffee, cream and
Really?
sugar. No. Ken said dark roast coffee, cream and sugar. How much cream? No.
Milk, not cream.
But yeah, apples and oranges apparently are a better source of natural energy than coffee. I was like so super surprised by that. I was like,
Whoa.
I'm still gonna drink my coffee,
Yeah.
but thank you for that.
Maybe have an apple after.
Maybe have an apple after.
Maybe.
Honestly, apples are really good. I love a good pink lady. My favorite apple. They're like always crisp. They're always good.
I'm a golden delicious or green
Oh, word.
or Granny Smith.
Oh yes, Granny
I like-
Smith is cute too.
I like Granny Smith with a little bit of honey on it.
Oh,
Oh.
Tia.
Coming through with the recipes.
Coming through with the recipes.
It's a Jewish thing though too.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I feel like I would like. I'm envisioning like diced apples on a skewer and like with honey.
I like little
That
apple,
sounds
like
really good.
apples.
Right? I'm like, oh.
I do apple slices. Like
Come on, Starbucks
Yeah.
new menu item.
Especially because they're really sour, so like it gives you a little bit of like balance in the
Mhm.
mouth.
Yeah. Okay, and so another thing that I found out in my research was, Ken said Fiji apples. That's rare,
I love
Where's the
Fuji
Macintosh
apples.
right?
stuff?
I don't
I
know.
love Fuji
Oh,
apples.
But like, I don't hear a lot of people talking about Fiji apples.
Fuji apples.
Fuji?
Yes.
Is it Fuji?
Yes, it is.
Oh, work. Okay, word. We're learning today. You don't hear a lot of people talk about that though. Like, that's one of the like least talked about apples, I think.
Fuji?
Yeah.
I just said Fiji.
Right?
No.
See, I'm thinking of the water. That's why.
But like Macintosh are kind of bland.
Okay. Beyonce said
In my
Honeycrisp.
opinion.
Okay.
Okay.
They're
Cute.
They're too sweet for me.
Too sweet for me.
'Cause,
Serious.
like,
Yeah,
I
I need a little bit
like,
of tart. Just
yeah,
a little bit.
Like that's why I like
That's why I think Pink
Granny
Ladies are
Smith.
perfect.
Yeah.
And they're a hybrid apple, so sometimes
Yeah.
I can't find it, and I just don't get apples. I'm
Oh.
upset about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Hybrid
just
apple.
like whatever.
Fancy.
But another few things that I wanted to share with you guys that I found out about clean eating and nutrition, because that's a big kick that I've been on in the past year, and I have been like so happy with it, and finally, like I like to tell people, seeing results.
Yeah, you look great.
Like,
I've seen the pics.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, keep going.
Mhm.
No, I'm kidding. No, but like,
Yeah.
it really, finally, after a year, starting to see results, and eating right and clean nutrition
Mhm.
was a really, really big part of it. And
Literally, abs are made in the kitchen. They like. you have
it's
to do-
the hardest
yeah.
part because I want to eat.
I tried very
everything.
hard for a long
I
time.
am like
but-
Jigglypuff. I swear, I will. Like, if you let me, I will literally just eat everything. Shut up, Dion. But like, it's kind of bad. But you got to make sure when you're eating, when you're trying to clean eat and have some and be conscious about your nutrition. When you're eating, to make sure you are eating all different food groups. Like we talked about fruits. Fruits and grains are a really big one. That's Kirby, not Jigglypuff. You're right. Yikes, Jigglypuff sings. Thank you, Quan.
Yeah.
You knew who I was talking
Yeah.
about, though. That's the main thing. But eating clean and like paying attention to your nutrition, make sure you are getting those food groups. You know, and a lot that people forget about is nuts and grains. For me, it's a big one with smoothies, adding a little bit of oats and greens in there to get my fruit intake
Okay.
and get my grain intake, or a granola in the morning. Literally as simple as that.
Yeah.
A granola.
Mhm.
But the thing is, do you make your own granola?
I don't. I'm a Nature Valley girl.
Okay.
So bad.
I know, but I get the
feel like
organic
Nature Valley has a lot of
nut
sugar in
and
it.
trail
It really
mix.
does.
It does add so much sugar.
So much
But like
sugar.
when you work out a lot, that's another thing that you need to make sure that you have that boost of sugar early, so that you're burning it off throughout the day. And that's what's one thing that really helps me get through the day. Trust me, because I'm like a lot of times I'll forget to have like a good meal. Like an actual healthy meal, but the sugar will get me through.
There you go.
As long as you're burning some sort of, or being physical, I think it's okay to have the sweeter granolas.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I like the raw ones too. I'll blend those into my smoothies though. I like the raw granola, but that's going in smoothies. I don't have time for that.
You
It's
need
a
to
little,
mix it in. It's
a
like
little-
the coconut. You
Yeah,
mix it in
it's
with
a little
stuff.
too earthy for me.
A little too crunchy granola.
Yeah.
Like the adjective is that it is.
But again, that's something that is a really good correlation between good food and energy. Like another really good one, because nuts and grains are really good for like keeping up your energy.
We love nuts.
You heard it here, Brian.
I mean,
loves nuts, Johnny.
Some will poison me, but I do love
Yes.
almonds.
Oh, I
yeah.
found out this week that Tia is allergic to nuts, guys. Do not offer Tia nuts.
I mean, I love almonds.
Um,
I can do almonds and
Oh,
pistachios.
interesting.
I just can't do
Those are-
peanuts.
Oh no.
Some of the better ones. Anyway.
Those are the
Yeah.
better ones,
Yeah.
though. So yeah.
I can't do peanuts or cashews.
And then of course we get into the conversation about diet and exercise.
Yes.
There's that again, a big part. Oh, my sister's watching. Hi, Jaleesa. She said hi,
Hi,
brother.
sister.
But diet and exercise, we get into that. That's a really big part about it.
Mhm.
A fact that I found was that in 2019 into 2020, 1 out of 10 adults didn't meet the recommended intake for vegetables and fruits
That doesn't surprise
in
me
the
at
U.S.
all.
No, right? That's the
What were the years?
Sadly, 2019 going into 2020.
Oh, okay.
They took a survey, and
I was like, well, what
1
dropped
out
off
of 10,
that COVID?
1 out of 10 adults did not get the suggested amount of fruits or vegetables in their diet.
Eat your fruits and veggies, guys.
Hello.
It's
I feel like Bob Barker when he was like, "Get your pets neutered and spayed."
Yeah.
I'm always
And every
I'm like
Taylor
always
with
like,
that. Yeah.
eat your fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
You will thank yourself later. Trust me.
Yeah, honestly.
But moving forward a little bit, talking about clean eating, I found like 1, 2, 3 really good facts for you guys to stick with you if you don't remember anything else about clean eating. Never stress eat. Never stress eat. Okay? Work, never stress eat. Because that sends you down a spiral of one, affecting your mental health.
Right.
Like we talked about earlier. 2, it's something that it's really, really hard to rebound from. And you make a lot of unhealthy decisions that you may have to pay for later on. Like, health-wise. Like, stress eating is one of the easier things to go to, I would
Right.
say, when people...
Stress workout instead.
Oh, God, yeah, no,
You're
that's
stressed
me.
out by working
That's
out.
me. That's definitely me. But, like, it's really, really bad. It's really something that will set off your body in different ways that affects your nutritional value. Where, like, for instance, when you eat the same thing and take the same amount of calories day in and day out, your body gets used to that. And then when you have this surge of fats and sugars and oils all at once, and your body's like, what's happening? What's going on? And you can't digest that fully, so then it turns into fat, and then you have cholesterol problems and all these other things that come along with unhealthy eating. So don't stress eat. If you can help it, please don't reach for the chips when you're stressed, girl. Drink some juice or eat a fruit, like we were talking about, because those are like, I want to say, sugary enough to substitute a craving.
Right.
Right? I mean, hey.
Apples with like peanut butter, maybe.
Apples with peanut butter is so good.
Are you trying to poison
peanut
me?
butter.
No, but we can't kill Tia.
Sorry.
Grayson Rose says,
Honey.
"Hey, gorgeous people, love y'all." Hey,
Oh,
Grayson.
Hi.
Oh yes, we used like 7 out of like the 12 pictures for the promo was from Grayson.
Literally.
That's
I was like, yeah, that's true. But that's one of the things that I wanted to leave with you guys, and just to get into it a little bit more before we get into my recipes for the day and our last game, was the effect that food has on culture. And I came across this term, and I want to hear from you guys on this, especially you guys in the comments, American cuisine, y'all. It kind of bothered me,
there
but
really
like...
is no such thing, though, as American
Speak on it, Tia.
cuisine.
Speak on it. What is American cuisine?
I mean, I only took about 8,000 food history classes.
Oh, word.
Oh, my other child Orion's watching. Hi, love. But yeah, American cuisine. That title
Because-
struck me as ill.
I mean, okay, so like when you think of American cuisine, what do you think of?
hot dogs and
Burgers
hamburgers.
and
Right,
Fries.
so that's like what we think of as American cuisine, but like where did hot dogs come from? They came from sausage or bratwurst, which is like Germany,
Mhm.
right?
I was gonna say pigs, but
I mean,
was gonna
but
say
like,
pigs.
but where
pig food.
like they're not necessarily from here because it's all like a mishmash.
Absolutely.
Right.
Grayson is sounding off in the comments saying the same thing. Essentially, American cuisine is literally stolen cuisine from everywhere else. I just watched
That's the most American thing.
Period.
It is. We call it the melting pot because
Yeah.
even as far as culture and things like that, we all mix and blur it all together here in America,
Mhm.
and it's essentially it leaves a lack of what American means to. If you're like, what is that?
Right.
When I see American cuisine, I'm not essentially turned on. I'm like, nah, yeah. Like, what does that mean?
It's aight.
And then again, with the culture part of it all, it's like a lot of different dishes. I was just watching High on the Hog with Dion the other night.
Mhm.
Have you seen that?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a Netflix documentary. It's so good. It talks about Black history and foods throughout Black culture.
What is it called?
High on the Hog.
High on the Hog.
High on the Hog.
H-O-G?
H-O-G.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and if you haven't seen it, please watch it. It's really, really good, and it emphasizes Black culture and Black food, and how when Black people were brought to this country, we brought over our culture.
Oh,
We brought over
absolutely.
our foods and things that were important to that, and it kind of turned into American food. For instance, okra. Okra is one of the things that we brought as Black folk, or black and brown folk from Africa, that was only in Africa until we were brought here. So food, also can be a huge notation of culture, and that's a big part of it. That, like you said earlier in the show, that's a really big part of it. Like, it brings people together, for one. It is a marker for a lot of different people and a lot in history, and how they prepared their meals was a big part of it.
Mhm.
What they were eating was a lot in Black culture, and what they were eating was like they explained in that documentary, was seasonal a lot of times too.
Yeah.
You used what was given to you at the time. Like a big one in black culture and food is collard greens.
Hey.
Love some fresh collard greens. Oh my gosh! And you just pick that. They should just pick that right up off the ground because that was one of the greens that was seen as less than in slavery time. So we were always given the things that were less than, like the pig, and that's why it's called high on the hog, because they talked about a lot of they talked about a lot of giving of how we got a lot of the giblets and the scraps of the pig and things like that. But we made it into meals and we made it into things that are huge markers in our community. And that's one of the things I want to take from you guys as well. One of those things that screams culture for you as far as food.
Like in my personal upbringing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I grew up as, like, on my mom's side is Puerto Rican and Jewish. So, like, you get,
a
real mishmash.
Oh, wow. Oh, yes, that is quite the mishmash.
So, like, as I said, like, rice and beans, like, that's kind of, like, and all different kinds of rice and beans. Like, otros con gandules, or, like, which is, pigeon peas.
Oh, yes. I love a pigeon pea. I love a good pigeon pea.
Yeah, so then, like, you got challah bread, and you have, like, that from that side, like, both sides of my family, too. Because, like, my dad's side is also Jewish. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I actually, most of the time, anything that I've tried that is traditionally Jewish, I've enjoyed.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Oh! I'm not gonna lie. I was like, alright, there's something to this,
Word.
I suppose.
Yeah, and also you think of, like, deli food, like, as Jew food.
That's
like,
one of the
bagels
first things I think of.
lox and cream cheese?
Yes, lox was...
Well,
oof. Give me a good lox bagel anytime. I need a plain or an everything bagel toasted with lox.
I don't love lox because I'm not a huge salmon person.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
I'm not into lox, but I'll take a bagel for sure with cream cheese.
Yes.
Oh, Miranda says we love a good challah. Yes! Challah for some challah! And how about you, Brian?
My family's pretty Italian, so a lot of like pasta dishes.
Love
Yeah.
food. Oh my gosh.
It's a lot of bread though.
Yeah, I'm here for the carbs. I'm here for it. Listen, I'm here for the carbs. I snack on bread like it's like nobody's business.
Me too.
It's really bad.
Yeah. I remember like my grandma's house, she'd have like a loaf of Italian bread, and I would literally just sit there and eat like a whole loaf of it.
Miranda said lox and cream cheese is my go-to. I could eat it every day. But you know what?
Right.
Also, I have to mention this. Part of my family on my father's side is from Jersey. So
okay,
there's that. That's all I'm gonna say. There's that. Okay, and we were in Teaneck, New Jersey, and in Inglewood, New Jersey. Yeah.
I grew up in Tenafly.
Oh, nice! So literally right there. That's
literally,
crazy.
like 2 seconds.
I believe my child Quan has family in Jersey as well. I'm gonna Dion Sage. We have a delivery of wine here, and they're calling my telephone. So I would love to page Dion Sage to go get that wine, please. But we're running out of our time. Unfortunately, guys, can you believe it? It's almost been an hour already. We're like 5 minutes from an hour.
Flew by.
Yeah. No, it's like it happens pretty quickly. So I'm gonna get into my recipes that I have for you guys, and I'll also share these a little bit later too. First thing I'm gonna have Brian try because Tia is allergic to nuts. Is one of my favorite things, one of my go-tos to make because I'm lactose intolerant. It is a cashew creme Alfredo sauce made with almond milk. It's soaked cashews that I like to soak for like at least 30 to 45 minutes.
It's better to do them overnight, by the way.
It is, but like I feel sometimes it gets a little too soft.
No?
Because like when I blend it, I like to have it a little thick.
No, it gets thicker when it's more hydrated.
Oh, okay. See, we're learning today.
I know this because we did it at my old job.
Oh, yes. I used to work at Plant City. We used to make it. That's where I got the idea.
Yeah.
But with just like, okay, so a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of lemon juice, salt to your taste, oregano, basil, almond milk. I know I said that earlier, and soaked cashews. And it comes out into this beautiful, thick, like, looking delicious.
Looks a little mashed
sauce.
potato-y.
And it gives you a little bit mashed potato-y, but I like to mix it in with linguine and put it in the same pot and let it cook for another 2 minutes or so, and it bonds it melts to the noodle so good.
You have to save your pasta water, people.
Oh yes. But this we have here today some meatballs on a stick. So I'm gonna give you a meatball to try and get all up in that sauce. Get all up in it as much as you possibly can. and let me know what you think of that. And I'll make sure to post this recipe as well, guys, for all you lactose intolerant people who still want to enjoy your Alfredo sauce. Yeah, you're getting into that? What's that? It literally is one of my favorite things to make because I love an Alfredo sauce, but again, my body doesn't agree with dairy at all.
Never held anybody back before.
Right? It's very creamy without the cream.
Yeah,
and so that's that. Oh, and fresh garlic. That's also a big one because it
I love garlic.
The lemon and the garlic
If you aren't a garlic girl, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Gorgeous girls eat garlic.
Gorgeous girls, yes. But the lemon and the garlic act to take away a little bit of the sweetness of the nut.
Okay.
So you're not aware that it's a nut sauce.
It makes it more heavy, savory.
Yes, absolutely. Tia, you better go on.
When did you freaking come?
I know, I live for it. Secondly, my other recipe that I made prior was
strong emphasis on the right to love.
Yes, thank you so much. As my world-renowned famous shepherd's pie, darling. And this is her. Yeah, let's get into that. Get into it. But what it consists of, and I waited till they got here to try this too. Fresh herbs right off the bat. Oregano and basil are my go-tos. You can use whatever herbs you like, and then top it with a little bit of rosemary. That's the trick. I had a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and this is a really big portion that I made. But a teaspoon of Worcestershire. That's how you say that, right?
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
It's like Worcester.
Oh God! So a teaspoon of that.
Worcester.
Not a nut sauce, Quan. Oh, my kids are sounding off. Orion said, "Girl, that ain't a recipe." Listen, I'm gonna post the actual recipe later. Okay. But what the shepherd's pie consists of, y'all got me all tongue tied. I can't even. The teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. I used a cheddar blend to put on top because I think cheddar is full bodied, gives a little bit more.
And lactose free.
And lactose free. I found that out recently.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I literally found that out like 3 days ago because I was searching for food stuff and it popped up and I was like, oh, I didn't know that. Okay, word.
Just text me.
No. I'm not gonna text you with that menial thing like, oh, hey, Tia is cheddar and lactose. Like, I'm sure you have better things to do.
I do
But
not.
now we know.
To answer my
Good
terrible
question.
questions. But there's olive oil, which is really important because I think the remnants of the olive oil, when you bake it, leaves behind a nice, fresh, herby kind of taste. Olive oil is tricky.
What temperature though?
I was gonna say olive oil is tricky to cook with because you don't want to have it at a very high heat.
It has a very low smoking point.
Yes, you don't want to have olive oil at a very high heat. But what I like to do is I make the meat first. And then when the meat is done, I dress it with olive oil because the meat is the bottom layer of the shepherd's pie, so it won't overcook.
Yeah, I got you.
And it leaves a little, the meat will soak it in.
It won't dry it out.
Right, it won't dry out. And then usually we use fresh potatoes. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I used instant potatoes today because I ain't have time. I don't got time. I came home from the gym and I whirled it together. So we did instant potatoes today. But usually fresh potatoes, chop them up, let those cook, mash them up yourself. That's the best way to do it. Put that on the top layer with the cheddar mix. The secret here as well is 2 different types of beef.
Ooh.
I like to use a chunk beef. If you guys do, this chunk beef usually prepared at grocery stores
Chuck
for
roast or
yes,
like ground beef.
like no, not ground. We use ground beef and the chunk cut beef.
Chuck roast.
Yeah, chuck. Is that what it's called? I've been saying chunk for so long. We're learning today, girl. We are learning today, girl. I've been saying chunk for so long. Are you kidding me?
It's Chuck's roast.
Chuck? I am so mad. I've been saying chunk roast for so long. You just literally changed my whole world. This is a pivotal moment here on Tea with Taylor. You just changed my whole life. But I like to use the chuck mixed beef and the ground beef because it creates layers within the shepherd's pie.
Texture.
And it's a good texture. Because a lot of times when you have shepherd's pie, the meat is sitting at the bottom and you kind of have to dig through the layers to get to it. So with the chuck beef, it is...
It's so long.
With the chuck beef, it gives a lot of texture and layer. So go ahead and dig in that and you tell me what it's all about. Salt, pepper, obviously garlic, Sweet peas, that's important. Sweet peas to balance out all the salt. Corn and fresh onions and carrots, and that gives it gives a little number. And I need to try this because I waited till y'all got here to try it. Dion had it, and he was giving me my some tape.
Yeah, that's very
but we don't
good.
listen to Dion.
What did Dion have to say?
Oh,
Very good.
thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna warm it up for you later because I wish I could have kept it warm a little bit longer. But this is an hour show, girl.
You're gonna put it in the oven
I
at like,
know.
at like
You know what?
200 degrees.
You know what? I'm gonna warm it up for you guys after. But this is really. I'm proud of myself. No, this is so good. But I'm gonna give you back to you Friday night. I promise. I promise. Tia Wardlaw Senior. Thank you for watching. I don't know if I said that right. Kwan said it's cute, very enjoyable. Love that.
It's very enjoyable.
I actually made a shepherd's pie, I think 3 weeks ago, for family dinner, but that's neither here nor there. Whatever. So we're gonna move on to our last thing for the night, and I promise I'm gonna give you back your Friday. Is trivia.
Please and thank you.
We got some food trivia. Calypso, if you're watching, join on in, honey. And I'm looking forward to your answers to these trivia questions. I think I might have you guys gooped at least once.
I mean, I'm very bad at trivia, so you probably
no,
got me
but
a couple times.
it's food-related
we'll
trivia,
have to
and
see.
Tia is a mastermind, so...
I mean, you might trip
see.
me
Not the
up
mind of a
even,
master.
so.
I hope so. I love tripping people up. That's my favorite thing.
Gorgeous.
So-
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's get into it. Trivia. First, I have a true or false question for you. Pistachios and avocados are fruits. True or false?
True.
We have a true from Tia.
I'm gonna go true. I feel like I should I should answer first,
Okay.
and then she should answer
Okay.
second.
Okay.
Because I feel like you know. But I do know that avocado is a fruit. So.
Ken said, now we got some chunks roast shade. Tia Wardlaw said, true. And you are all right. You're all correct. Pistachios and avocados are considered fruits. Avocados, the seed in the middle is essentially the notation that makes it a fruit. And pistachios is considered a giant seed from a fruit. I thought that was interesting. And you said you love pistachios too earlier, so that's really... I was like, oh, okay, work, fruits. Shut up, Dion. Dion Sage said, no, all kidding aside, Taylor Nielsen has made some edible meals. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Some of you.
Next question. When was chocolate bars first seen or invented? What year was chocolate bars first invented?
That sound ridiculous, so you should go.
No, you go
It
first.
was like 1889.
I mean,
No,
listen, chocolate is old. It's old. So
Okay.
like that's all I'm gonna
But
say.
are we talking about like how we know chocolate today, or like chocolate bars? Period.
No. Chocolate bars.
Chocolate
Like
bars?
when chocolate bars hit stores. Because we had cacao, we had fresh chocolate, we had other types
so you
of
have
chocolate.
to say either Cadbury or like Hershey, pretty much.
Someone did just comment Hershey and the 1700s.
That sounds
Oh,
about.
really?
That sounds about right.
Oh my god.
What's your guess? What's your shot in the dark here?
They said the 1700s.
It's between the 17th or 18th century. Yeah.
Nothing?
Is there like an exact
There's an
year?
exact year, absolutely. Chocolate bars.
1758.
Chocolate bars were seen as innovative because we had chocolate, but it was
Right.
a necessity. People ate it for antioxidant purposes or ate chocolate in very little portions, and so chocolate bars, when they first came out, was seen as like a revolutionary thing almost.
Whoa.
Yeah, like people were like, oh, portion-sized chocolate, and it's already pre-processed. What? No way! But that year, you were close, Tia, was 1910.
Yeah, I
1910.
knew that it wasn't like before.
And that's so we had chocolate prior. Don't get me wrong. So you might be right, Tia Wardlaw. 1700s might be when chocolate was actually first becoming popular.
Before
Maybe
that,
maybe even before that, to be honest.
The
But
Mayans.
chocolate bars were first introduced to stores in 1910.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Next trivia. Nectarines are high in vitamin C. True or false?
I'm gonna say false.
I'm gonna agree with that. I mean, they are citrus-y in the sense
Right, I
that
feel
they
like
are.
it's a trick.
But
It's a
I
trick.
think that it's actually high in vitamin A.
It
if I'm not
is a
mistaken.
trick. and I want to hear from you guys as well. Nectarines are high in vitamin C. True or false? It is a part of. Someone says true. It is a part of the citrus family, like you said, and because that reason, it is high in vitamin C.
Oh.
So it is true. It is also that you were also right. It also is high in vitamin A.
That's what I thought.
Yep, vitamin A and C are two very big nutritious values that you get from nectarines that
Good for
people
your eyes.
don't know. Oh, yes, true. Very true. I saw that too, and I was like, I'm not going to write that part down.
Tia's gotcha.
Tia's got me. Okay, so cherries, apricots, plums, and apples all belong to what family?
The stone fruits.
Stone fruits.
Okay,
I'll go with stone fruits.
while that may be true, I'm gonna go with stone fruits for 1,000, Bob. No, while that may be true, the family that they all belong to, surprisingly, was the rose family.
Oh,
Yeah, because they all come from flowers.
Yeah, they come from flowers. That's exactly
stone
it.
fruits.
Stone fruits.
Which
You know,
is-
we're learning
It's
today.
synonymous with being a stone fruit.
It is, but that's it's in the rose family. Could you I was surprised. I was like, okay, yeah, flowers. Okay,
Apples are
word.
pretty
Interesting.
floral.
It had to talk.
Yeah.
I had to talk myself into it. I was like, okay,
Right,
yeah,
right.
okay, flowers. Yeah, word.
that,
So
checks
there's
out.
that. Next, second to last, broccoli has more protein than steak. True or false? Broccoli has more protein
That's a
than steak. True or false?
I want to say yes, but I also want to say no.
I'm gonna say false, but it's probably like very, very close. I know broccoli has like a lot of protein, but I can't imagine it more than steak.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's not a complete protein.
Okay.
So it's
Ooh.
yeah. So do you define protein as having protein or it being a complete protein?
Having protein, not being a complete protein. Yes.
Okay. Well then, it definitely has less than steak.
Okay. I didn't see anyone's guessing yet in the comments, but I'm just gonna give it away. Broccoli has more protein than steak. It is true.
This is
if you
very
go
shocking.
right, if you yes, I got you.
Very shocking. I'm not gonna lie.
No, so if you go calorie by calorie,
Okay.
broccoli has more protein than steak. You heard it here, y'all.
Interesting.
So,
Okay.
again, eat your veggies. If you ain't catching nothing today, get you some veggies, girl. We got a storm coming. Stock up on your veggies.
I mean, it's too late now. You can't go to the grocery store now.
It's everything's done. Everything's done. It's gone.
I tried
Don't even
going
worry about
there.
it. It's all gone.
Any
Yeah.
food in my fridge.
It's all gone. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. You know what?
Lettuce and
That's
stuff.
why I made this giant pan of shepherd's pie. We're gonna be snacking until it's gone. Last trivia question, and then we can leave our viewers with some final thoughts. 20 million hot dogs a year have been eaten in this setting.
In this setting?
Baseball games. Sports.
Oh, I was like, here you've eaten 20 million?
Yeah. What do you think?
Sports games.
That's a good one.
No, food eating competitions.
Oh.
Like the hot dog eating
yeah,
competition?
but like that's
In the U.S., 20 million hot dogs a year have been eaten at baseball games. You got that, Tia.
Oh, okay.
Clap, clap, clap.
Probably way more than 20 million for that.
Ken also guessed baseball, but Jacqueline Milson, hey babe,
Hey,
thanks for watching.
baby.
She said Coney Island. That's
Oh,
a good guess.
that's a good
I didn't
guess.
even think about that.
Like I
Absolutely.
thought Coney Island, then I thought Nathan's, then I thought
Yeah.
That was like my-
Nathan's
On the trail,
is
yeah.
yes, absolutely. No, but like 20 million's a lot more than you think. So I don't think Coney Island's reaching quite there yet.
Yeah, I
But
guess so.
Baseball
I guess so.
games, because like we talked about earlier, American cuisine, one of those things that is pumped out like full force is hot dogs. And at games, a lot of people like to eat things that are convenient or like one hand.
Right.
handheld.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have your beer in one hand. and hot dog in the
Exactly,
other.
It's all about-
exactly. So I wasn't surprised by the 20 million. Actually, I thought it would be more. So, I'm like, I don't want your nasty hot dog. Ugh, I barely want to be here at this game, to be honest. Baseball's one of my
Yes.
least favorite sports to
It's
watch.
so boring.
Yeah.
It's so boring. I'm sorry.
Something-
The controversy continues
Yeah.
tonight.
I don't know if that's controversial. Most people
It's
would
so
agree
boring.
that's-
Don't get me wrong. My second favorite sport is soccer, and I don't watch that either in its entirety.
No.
Give me
Wow.
the highlights, girl. It's too long. Y'all
Give me
be
the hot
dragging
soccer
it.
players.
So long.
They
Give
be
me the hot
dra-
baseball
They be
players.
dragging it, and then I get distracted because they're all so cute.
Yeah.
But Anyways. Salute to us. Thank you guys for playing that game, our last show of the night.
Course.
I'm really happy to have had you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And I want to give you the space and opportunity to promote anything that you have coming up recently, coming up in the next few months, or something you just want to leave with people as a lasting impression. And I'll start with you, Tia.
If you want Valentine's Day goodies, message me.
Word.
Ooh.
Word. Tia's makes and bakes, y'all.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Let me know by the 7th, so I have still a little time.
Every kiss begins with
Cake.
yeah.
Every kiss begins with cake. Ooh. Okay, I'll do your theme song if you do mine.
If Gavin was here, they have a bingo.
Oh, word!
Yes.
Okay,
We
okay.
love stream them, please.
Yes, stream MTCS.
Oh, that too.
The remix with Young Onyx. But how about you, Brian? What do you want to leave us with today?
Follow me on Instagram at BassDrag.
Yes.
And I'm also going to be in the Boston Drag Gauntlet coming in March.
Oh yes, Boston Gauntlet.
Season passes come out February 1st. So you can get them there, or you can just get them day of.
Oh yes, Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, how do you spell your drag name again?
BAST.
Oh yes, if you didn't catch that
Best
acronym
Snatch
earlier.
Trophy. I'm gonna keep saying that until I do it.
We're gonna
So,
put a 2 in
best.
front of that. Second at best at snatching.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Best.
Work. At least for now. I wish you
Yeah.
the best in
Thank you.
Gauntlet again.
Thank you.
Honestly. But I am going to say, one of my things that I love to say, and I hope my children put this on my gravestone as well. Hydrate, moisturize, mind your business.
Well, hydrating
Keeping
and
it there.
moisturizing are the same thing.
Hydration is important. Moisturizing
They're the same
is
thing.
moisturizing
different.
is different in the
Yeah.
fact that we're moisturizing different things that you wouldn't hydrate, because those two things are correlated. But we can hydrate different things than we moisturize.
Okay, so water your plants is what you're saying.
That too. I tend to forget, especially with this.
Literally, last night when I got home, I watered my plants.
Oh no! Literally, I wake up in the
At
morning
1 a.m.
and you can ask Dion. I wake up in the morning. The first thing I do is open up the curtains for the plants to get sunlight, and then I start checking the water, the soil. I'm like, all right, what's dry? All right.
You're better at that than
I told him one day, I was like, I have to take care of all the living things in the house other than us. So I take care of the plants, I take the dog out in the morning, and then I'm like, all right, now I can have a fat brown and sit on the couch for a minute, collect my thoughts, and then go about the world, unfortunately. But hydrate, moisturize, mind your business. That's the best way to be.
Take care of your skin, people.
That's right.
Yes. And I am going to also piggyback and say, take care of yourselves. Like I love to tell you guys, I'm not going to stop saying it. Make sure you're being good to yourselves and looking inward for solutions before you're looking outward. I love you all. If you haven't heard that today, I'm going to make sure that you all know that you are loved. And I appreciate you all following Tia Taylor for keeping up with us and all that I do here, and the community for taking a part. And this is the season of new friends, so we have Brian here acting as our new friend for today. And so we stay true to our word. We're going to introduce you to a new friend every week this season of season 5. And I thank you guys for watching. YouTube will be the first to see this after this broadcast ends, and you're going to see some recipes pop up as well. And YouTube is also the first to see the promos throughout the week. If you want to see what we're going to be talking about beforehand.
What's the YouTube channel?
YouTube is just Tia Taylor.
I linked it into my story on
You
Instagram.
did. I absolutely love. Or follow Tia on Instagram. No, but YouTube, I like to post around on Tuesday mornings or so with the promotions. And then Tuesday night or Wednesday morning is when I post it everywhere else.
Okay.
So if you want to be in the know, right,
yeah.
get a little sneak peek. Make sure you're checking out the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. That's always a good
Taylor
one.
Neptune when you search on YouTube.
Oh yes, if you
It's
can
not
either
Tia
or,
Tay.
because there's another
She
one that
knows.
gets so much more views on
Yeah,
YouTube that
it's
they pop
just-
up first.
Yeah, if you search
Over
Taylor
it.
Neptune, that's the one that will pop up.
Absolutely.
And then you have a little cover photo.
Wait, so if you
that
search
says-
Tia Taylor, something else pops up?
Yeah.
Yes,
does.
it gives you suggestions for T with Taylor, but T with Taylor is me. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit easier to just type in Taylor Neptune.
It
y'all.
really is. That actually pops up.
But I'll make sure to post this episode
Good to know.
onto my website, which is tinyurl.com/Taylor Neptune, into YouTube right after we're done. And I'm going to play us out while we have some snackies, y'all. And y'all enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all again. Bye. Dion! Insert Dion, the button pusher.